Hi everyone, it's new product day, and the new product that I have in my workshop is from Octoral. Let's take you in and show you. It's their new high build primer or surfacer, the PF345G. It comes with a thinners and a hardener. So let's give you a little bit more information about what makes this product so unique. Octoral have told me they're really excited about this product, about bringing it to the UK and Europe. And it's because for them, it's an air dry product. You would not force dry this product. They've said that it's got a curing time of 15 to 20 minutes, which for a 2K product is really quick, especially if you're not force drying it. And that's at an ambient temperature of about 20 degrees. So I'm gonna test it. It's currently about 16 degrees in my workshop, but we're gonna do this little corner that you can see in the video, and we're gonna see how it gets on. Now, a couple of unique features about this. So it's working on air dry and moisture. So if there's moisture in the air, it's actually helping to increase the curing speed of the product itself. It's not a wet on wet, but it goes on like a wet on wet. So you put one wet coat, wait 30 seconds, flash off, second wet coat, 3 maximum. You're working with a 1.4 mil setup. So I'm gonna use my 3M performance spray gun. I love it. The nozzles on there are perfect for this kind of job and for painting, but I like it for my UV priming and 2K priming or wet on wet. So you put it on, then you just leave it. You can pull it out of your spray booth. So you've used the extraction in your spray booth. You don't need to have any heat going on in that spray booth. Pull it out, put it in the workshop somewhere, clean out your gun, come back in, sort of 15, 20 minutes later, and you should be able to continue with the repair, sand it back. So, those are a couple of the unique features about it that they're excited about, but also something that I've noticed, which is quite important to tell you at this point, is the mixing, the way it mixes up. They'll give you a chart on how to mix it, and you've got the quantities there. You've got your primer, and this is a high build primer, don't forget. And then you've got your thinners, followed by your hardener. Now that's a bit different to what we would normally do. We would normally have it the other way around. So you'd have your primer, you put in your hardener, and you put 10, 25, 30% of thinners. No, it's the other way around with this, and it needs to be followed using this method. And in their process, when they're building this, the chemistry in it, that's how it works the best. So don't swap those around. Right, let's get this onto the bumper and see how we get on with it. So this is the bumper we're gonna paint. I'm gonna put some scratches in there using some scissors, a little bit of vandalism. I'm now gonna then sand that back with some 120 and finish it off with 180. Now, Octoral say you can actually use, put the primer on from 80 to 320. So you've got quite a broad spectrum there, and it will fill the scratches. So let's see how we get on. We're gonna go with, like I said, 180. Now, before I put the actual primer on itself, I need to put down some adhesion promoter. This adhesion promoter, unlike the wet on wet PH254 from Octoral, it can't be mixed in with the primer. So you've got to put it down separately, give it 10, 15 minutes to flash off on the panel, then you can put your primer down. So that's now 20 minutes. I was given a tech tip, or a tip by the tech from Octoral. He said, sand it with an old disc first, because it just takes off that top bit that might be a little bit tacky, and then go in with a newer disc. So that's what he was saying. There might be a little bit of clogging. So that's why he recommends using an older disc first, but then go on to the 500. But what we can see here is after 20 minutes, it's actually, yeah, it's cured, and so that's really impressive. I'm going to use some guide coat just so you can see the final scratches, but you can see where you start to sand, it just flattens off a bit, the colour's a bit duller compared to the shinier finish down below. So you could use that as a guide coat without having to actually apply an additional guide coat. Now don't forget, I purposely left these deeper scratches in there just to see what the actual coverage of this product was going to be like. So let's continue sanding it. So I've sanded it now with some 500. I actually forgot to press start on the record, so you missed that bit, and I can't go back because it's all as it happens. Yes, I have broken through on the top there, but this is the first time I've used this product, so you are seeing it being used and learning about it the same as I am. But if you think I started at 1405, gave it 20 minutes to cure in the 17 degrees with no heat at all, and it's fully cured, all the deeper scratches are covered, I'm really impressed with that. I think it's a good option for guys who are out there who don't want to run their booths, watching the costs, want to save pennies. Try it out, give it a go. Just taking you back into the disc. So I went in with a old 400 disc and I finished it off with this new 500, and yeah, no clogging, so it's fully cured. Really, really impressed with that.